All right, I am here with Ben Towle, who is the author and creator and illustrator of some of our very favorite books at Good Comics for Kids. And I'm going to come back up to your face now, because I'm so bad at this. But my first fabulous question, and again, thank you for agreeing to do this, is how did you get started working in comics?
Well, I guess I've just always drawn comics, for fun, and even when I was a little kid, I drew comics, with crayons. I actually just posted a Lord of the Rings comic that I made when I was 7 to my website.
Very good.
Yeah, I guess sort of late in life, in my 20s, I decided I wanted to sort of try to do it as a living, and I wound up at close to age 30 going back to graduate school in comics at the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I wound up getting my senior thesis project picked up by a publisher, which is a book called Farewell, Georgia, which I just sold out of.
Congratulations.
I've just kind of gone from there.
Fantastic. So my next fabulous question is, did you read comics when you were a kid? And if so, who were some of your influences back then?
Oh, absolutely. I read tons of comics when I was a kid. When I was a real little kid, I would look at newspaper strip collections that my aunt, a woman that looked after me, had floating around. I read a lot of Little Orphan Annie. I read Rupert, which is a British cartoon about a little bear. When I got older, I was really into, this would be the 80s, I was really into Walt Simonson's Thor and the Swamp Thing, the Alan Moore Swamp Thing, and that kind of stuff. And I just sort of graduated from there, I guess.
Okay, fantastic. The next question is, what are you currently working on?
I am currently working on a webcomic called Oyster War. That is kind of a nautical fantasy adventure that takes place in a fictional town on the Chesapeake Bay, and it's sort of my project is just kind of a personal project. It's sort of my baby, and I'm just sort of posting pages as just at whatever rate I can get them done. They take a long time to do. I mean, here's an example of one. I mean, they're big. They're usually 4 tiers tall, and I'm doing them in full color, so they take usually about 25 hours to do a page.
It's going to be beautiful.
Really, I'm lucky if I can get one out every 10 days.
Wow.
But they go to oysterwar.tumblr.com, and they just appear when they're going to appear.
Perfect. All right, next up is, what graphic novel or comic title that you've read in the last year would you recommend for kids or for teens?
Oh, that's hard because there's a lot of good stuff out there right now. Probably The Unsinkable Walker Bean by Aaron Rainier, I think, is just a really fabulous book. My editor at Disney catches me recommending one of the books I'm competing with in the Eisner Awards. I'll probably hear about it, but honestly, that is a really good book.
It's a good book.
Beautiful, beautiful cartooning, great coloring by Alex Longstreth. It's a fabulous book.
Yeah. I concur. And my last of the fabulous 5 questions is, and this is the librarian one, is if you were stranded on a desert island and could only bring one book with you, and it can be comic, prose, anything you want to read, what would that book be?
Ooh.
I know.
I'd go with Moby Dick.
Moby Dick. You're not the first one to recommend that.
One of my favorites. I'm choosing also partially on volume. I like I'm not going to pick Tortilla Flat by John Steinbeck.
Right.
I like it a lot, but it's only 100 pages long. So I'll go with Moby Dick.
It's a practical choice.
It's one of my top 5, and it's the longest of my top 5.
That sounds very good. Thank you so much for being willing to talk to me. I appreciate it very much.